rainy Foxborough. It has been quite the off season for New England. Arguably the best we've ever seen for a defending Super Bowl champ with the additions they were able to bring in and the players they were able to keep. Here's head coach Bill Belichick addressing the Tom Brady concussion issue for the first time.
You know, Mike, we file injury reports every week. So, not sure when the next one's due, probably sometime in September, but we'll have one for you then. We file our reports in compliance with league guidelines. You know, our medical staff really handles the injury situation with players. Like, players don't come to me and I don't treat them for injuries. That's not really my job. That's what we have medical staff for.
All right, so for some more context on Bill Belichick's comments on Tom Brady, which of course stemmed from the interview that his wife Giselle had on CBS this morning, we check in with our friend Sal Paolantonio in Foxborough.
Trey, that was the first time that Bill Belichick was asked to respond to the comments made by Tom Brady's wife Giselle on May 17th on CBS this morning that Brady suffered a concussion during the 2016 season. Now, we haven't heard from Brady on the subject. We don't know if he'll talk during this minicamp. He's not required to do so until training camp. But here are a few facts. Brady was on the injury report 4 times in 2016, twice for a thigh injury, twice for a knee injury. He's never been in a concussion protocol that I can recall, and he was not treated for a head injury at any time last season officially, according to the league and the Patriots. The bottom line is it's a mystery as to whether he suffered a concussion, and we won't hear from Brady on the subject for some time. Trey?
All right, Sal, thanks very much. Actually, he's never in his career been listed with a head or concussion injury in his entire career. Excuse me. Can't pass. Adam, by holding on to Jimmy Garoppolo, is it understanding to you that he's the heir apparent?
Well, Trey, this is a situation where the Patriots have Tom Brady and they have Jimmy Garoppolo. And whether they franchise him or try to figure out an extension or whatever it may be, they, I think, will try to figure out a way to keep Jimmy Garoppolo in Foxborough indefinitely. Again, you don't invest in a quarterback like that the time they have, believe in him the way they do, and then just let him walk in free agency. It's hard for me to imagine a team as smart as the Patriots would let that happen.
And I'll say this then, Adam, something's got to give. Because the one is Tom wants to play till he's 45, all right? That's 5 years from now, and I don't think Jimmy G's going to wait that long. So I got to think the longer Jimmy Garoppolo's on the Patriot roster, the more it looks bad for Tom Brady, because they may see this, they may see Jimmy G and the progress that he's making, and Tom thinks he can play to 45, but what really matters is, does Bill Belichick think he's going to play to 45?
That's the only thing that matters,
yes.
Right?
2 more years for Brady's contract beyond this season, so we're talking about 3 years of contract control, but for the Patriots, they know this much for Jimmy Garoppolo. They're paying him just $900,000 to be their backup this offseason. Somebody wondered why they were unwilling to trade him, even if he wasn't going to be the long-term answer at quarterback. Well, the reason is this. If something happens to Tom Brady in 2017, the Patriots feel fully equipped to continue on a quest to repeat as Super Bowl champions.
All right, let's move on to another portion of that offense. In 2007, the Patriots, as you know, Teddy, set the then record for most points in a season. Where does this revamped offense, Field and Teddy, rate potentially compared to that one?
I think it's almost as good. I think that, you have maybe one of the greatest, if not most talented wide receivers of all time on that 2017 in Randy Moss. Also, Wes Welker dominating the slot. Dante Stallworth was a field-flipping player for that offense, and then a well-rounded backfield. I think this year, one area that's certainly worth noting beyond all of the skill players, because it's Cooks, it's Gronk, it's everybody they have on that roster, is the offensive line returns all 5 starters, which is a major boon for the Patriots. Not just having Dante Scarnecchia back, but having his 5 preferred linemen back in the fold for a second consecutive season.
The one thing that would put the talent offensively over the top for me, Field, compared to that 2017, would be if Rob were to stay healthy for an entire 16 games.
Yep.
If Gronkowski is healthy for 16 games total, Trey, then yes. I mean, because if Moss was one of the best ever at the receiver position, I think a healthy Gronkowski is one of the best ever at the tight end position, so that could be a comparison.
And that's the big question going forward. Will Gronk be able to stay healthy, something that has not been his forte the last couple of years? You hope that third back surgery will be the last one you hear in terms of that game.